Mr. Sibia, as we indicated to you before the long adjournment, Lieutenant Colonel Mboto testified that there's only one entrance to Diepkloof Police Station.
Nanjengoba sishilo-ke kuwena ukuthi-ke kubufakazi bakhe uKolonel Mboto uthe iyodwa kuphela indawo yongena lapha epolice station yaseDiepkloof.
Ishilo ngathi angazi kodwa mina akaze ngize ngendlule akaze ngibona amaphoyisa aseDiepkloof lapha.
I don't know with regards to that, but I did say that I did not see Diepkloof police officers there.
How did you gain access to the courtyard?
Ukuye courtyard nangena kanjani noma nafika kanjani courtyard?
iDiepkloof angiyazi ukuthi imi kanjani. So angeke ngikwazi ukuthi sendlule endaweni eso sandlule endaweni eso. Sahamba nje ngabona sesingene courtyard mina.
I don't know how Diepkloof police station is constructed or structured, but I wouldn't say that we went through this and passed this place, but the only thing I saw was when we were at the courtyard.
Did you go through the client service center, the church office?
Ingaba nangena phakathi police station la kuthiwa khona kuse church office.
Akazi ngoba ngisho ukuthi akaze ngibona amaphoyisa lapha church office angiyazi lapha uthi kubo.
As I said that I never saw police officers that are stationed at Diepkloof, so I don't know where the church office is.
And was it still this contingent of 14 or more police officers that were accompanying you?
Wawusahamba nalamaphoyisa awu-14 noma awu-15?
Angihamba namaphoyisa onke la engibopha aphinda eFosoras adibana noGininda onke ayikhona lapha.
I was still in the company of the very same police officers that arrested me, that were in Fosoras, and all of them were there.
Nobongani yende babelokhu bekhona lapha.
As well as Bongani Yende, he was also there.
Do you agree that it's a big contingent of police officers?
Uyavuma ukuthi kwakwamaphoyisa amaningi kakhulu la.
Mayithe maningi kakhulu angazi kodwa kwakula amaphoyisa ayilokho ekhona engibopha.
I don't know when you say a big contingent, but it was the very same police officers that were there during my arrest.
Did any of the police officers at Diepkloof come to investigate as to what was going on there in the courtyard?
Ingaba akhona yini amaphoyisa aseDiepkloof eza lapho ecourtyard ezobheka ukuthi kwenzekani?
Ngishilo ngathi amaphoyisa aseDiepkloof akaze ngize ngabona.
I did say that I never saw police officers that are stationed in Diepkloof police station.
And you were assaulted by this contingent of police officers, these 14 or more police officers there in the courtyard.
Wawushaywa ke ilamaphoyisa amaningi awu-14 noma ke ngaphezulu ekushayela khona lapha ecourtyard.
Onke lamaphoyisa ayikhona lapha ngangishayelwa khona lapha ecourtyard.
All those police officers were there and I was assaulted there at the courtyard.
And how were you assaulted?
Ushaywa kanjani?
Ngoba ngisho ngangihlaliswa phansi bese bengifaka iplastic mangilokhu ngibringa bese beyangikhahlela abanye.
As I said that I was made to sit down and then a plastic would be pulled over my face, and then as I would be now rolling or jumping, and then the others would be kicking me.
I assume there would have been some commotion there in the courtyard, Mr. Sibia.
Lokho ke ngitshela ukuthi ke kwakunokwenza kwakunoba nomnyakazo noma umsindo okhona lapho ecourtyard ngenxa yalokho.
Vele umsindo ungeke uhlale ngabikho athi babe ngibuza ukuthi ngazi nokufaka senzo meyiwa so mangilokhu ngikhala nami ngibatshela ukuthi angazi lutho ukufaka senzo meyiwa.
Indeed, there would have been commotion because they would be asking me what I knew about the death of Senzo Meyiwa. I would be assaulted and they'd also be crying, telling them that I knew nothing about the death of Senzo Meyiwa.
Yet you say none of the police officers attached to Diepkloof police station came to investigate as to what was going on.
Kukona ke lokho kodwa uthi awekho abaphoyisa aseDiepkloof ezobheka ukuthi kwenzekani lapho kuleyo ndawo leyo.
Awekho amaphoyisa aseDiepkloof engawabonayo.
I saw no police officers attached to Diepkloof police station.
Lieutenant Colonel Mboto testified that only one police officer came with you to his office.
Kubufakazi bakhe uLieutenant Kenyan Mboto wathi kunephoyisa elilodwa eleza lihamba nawe liza e-ofisini yakhe.
Akhuluma iqiniso mayisho kanjalo. Amaphoyisa ayemaningi aye uMbotho wafica lapha ya engishaya ama ukungishaya ngoba sekufika uMbotho noGininda sibili.
He was not telling the truth. It was a lot of police officers who were assaulting me there when at the courtyard when Kenyan Mboto and Brigadier Gininda arrived. That's when they stopped to assault me.
Did you say at some point you were assaulted in the presence of both Lieutenant Colonel Mboto and Brigadier Gininda? They're in the courtyard?
Ingabe ubushilo yini ukuthi ke uma bekushaya lapha ecourtyard bakushaya ekhona uKenyan Mboto ekhona nayo Brigadier Gininda?
Inkulumo yami ithe mabengena befika ukholeni uGininda noMbotho. uGininda into fika ebekhona lapha ya wanguza ngisalibele ngiphika na ukuthi ngazi nginesandla kufeni kaSenzo. Ngamtshela nathi mina ngicela ukuthi angithembe angazi lutho ngokufa kaSenzo. So waphuma wathi angishiya naladawe beqhubeka kanjani bengishaya. Waphuma baqhubeka bangishaya. Mabebuya bona uMbotho noGininda bafika bengishaya base beyama ukungishaya.
I did say that Brigadier Gininda asked me whether I was still denying that I had something to do with the death of Senzo Meyiwa. I then said to him or asked him to please trust me that I indeed knew nothing about the death of Senzo Meyiwa. He then left and they continued assaulting me. When he came back in the company of Kenyan Mboto, that's when they stopped assaulting me.
So no assaults took place in their presence?
Okusho ukuthi ke uma befika noma ke awushaywanga ngesikhathi bekhona bona.
Uma befika shuthi mangathiwa ngingena la kushawa umuntu uma ngingena angazi noma usho ukuthi uqonda ukuthi umshiqonda ukuthi ababonanga mangishawa noma babengekho mangishawa mabengena basuke sebekhona bayabona mangishawa.
What happened is the witness is making an example someone coming in through the witness dock, and this person comes in and someone is being assaulted here. So I don't know whether the prosecutor or the state wants to say that they didn't see when I was being assaulted because they came in, so they were able to see that I was being assaulted.
And basebekhona mabengena nje basuke sebengaphakathi nabo mangishawa. So lamaphoyisa abeseyama ke kungishaya.
So they were there and they came in, and then as soon as they came in, they were now inside the courtyard. That's when the police officers stopped.
But are you saying that they saw the assault?
Okushoyo ukuthi babona uma ushaywa.
Babona.
They saw.
You see, Lieutenant Colonel Mboto testified that, and confirming what your own counsel said, that Brigadier Gininda wasn't there at Diepkloof.
Yabona ke uKenyan Mboto wavumelana ke nokwashiwo ummeli wakho ukuthi impela uBrigadier Gininda wayengekho lapha ya eDiepkloof.
Umuntu waseDiepkloof kwakuyimi. uGininda noMbotho ngoba ngithi bengena isibili. uGininda wafika waphinda waphuma wangitshela ukuthi uzobuya wangitshela ukuthi uyaphuma uyahamba ngizosala labantu abangishayayo wahamba wabuye sekubuya noMbotho. So uGininda lapha eDiepkloof wayekhona.
I'm the person, or I'm the one that was there in Diepkloof. Gininda was there. He said to me that he was going to leave me with those people, continuing to assault me. Indeed, he left, and he came back in the company of Kenyan Mboto. So Gininda was there.
Now we tried ngayisho ukuthi uGininda wayekhona lapha eDiepkloof namanje futhi ngiyayisho ukuthi uGininda wayekhona.
I said it in the trial, within the trial, that Gininda was there in Diepkloof. I'm still repeating it that he was there.
You see, Lieutenant Colonel Mboto testified that if Brigadier Gininda was there, he would have given him the confession statement after the process.
Kubufakazi bakhe uLieutenant Kenyan Mboto wathi uma kuukuthi uBrigadier Gininda wayekhona lapho istatement lesa ayesibhalile yena iconfession leyana ke wayezoyithatha ayinikeze uGininda uqobo.
Angazi ukuthi wenza kanjani kodwa uGininda wayekhona lapha ya.
I don't know how he did it, but Gininda was there.
Brigadier Gininda testified, and this was also confirmed by Colonel Mboto, that the confession statement was only collected the Monday. at Randburg where Colonel Mboto was, Lieutenant Colonel Mboto was attached.
u Kenyan Mboto wakusho lokhu naye ke uBrigadier Kininda wabesevumelana ke nako ukuthi ke istatement lesiyana ke salandwa noma ke sathathwa ke ngomsombuluko eRandburg la ayesebenzela khona uKenyan Mboto.
Mina engiqinisekisayo ukuthi uGininda wayekhona lapha yangalela langa lelale 30 zika May 2020 lapha eDekloof.
What I am confirming or can confirm is that Brigadier Kininda was there on that day of 30 May 2020 there in Diepkloof.
You heard when Brigadier Gininda testified about the best practice when it comes to obtaining confessions, and he testified that as an investigating officer, you detach yourself from the process. Hence, he telephoned Colonel Mboto to take down the statement.
Wezwa ke uma uBrigadier Kininda ethula ubufakazi ukuthi ke indlela ke ekuyiyona yona noma ke efanelekile abasebenza ngayo behamaphoyisa ukuthi uma kuwena umseshi noma ke umphenyi wecala uyayihlukanisa ke noma ke uyayiqhelanisa ke uma kuukuthi kufanele kube nestatement noma ke ugonyuluko okwenzekayo ingakho ke axhumana noMbotho ukuthi kube uMbotho okwenza lokho kungenziwa uyena kodwa uyena ophenya icala leli.
Mina engushoyo uMbotho noGininda nge-30 ka May 2020 babe seDekloof bonke kanye nami nalamaphoyisa amanye ayikhona.
What I'm saying is that on the 30th of May 2020, Colonel Mboto, Brigadier Kininda, and the other police officers that were with me were there.
You've heard the extensive experience of Lieutenant Colonel Mboto, that he was the branch commander at various police stations.
Uzwile ke uma ke wayichaza lana ke esho uKenel Mboto ukuthi ke isipiliyona naso noma ke iminyaka ke eminingi aseyisebenzile ke emaphoyiseni nepolice station ke ezahlukahlukene abephethe kuzona.
Ngamuzwe ethi usenesikhathi esebenza.
I did hear him about his work experience.
And Brigadier Gininda is a senior member of the police forces in the senior echelons of the police.
No Brigadier Kininda naye ke ophethe ke ikhundla noma ke ophethe ke isikhundla noma ke ophezulu laphayana ngokwesikhundla ke emaphoyiseni.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you are suggesting that two seasoned senior police officers, having witnessed the assault on you, still continued with the process of obtaining a statement from you?
Manje ke uthi wena amaphoyisa ke ebomaphoyisa ke amkantshubo bvuke la esiphoyiseni ayekhona ebona indlela owashaywa ngayo kodwa aqhubeka futhi ukuthi akathathe istatement kuwena.
Asikho statement esathathwa kimi.
No statement was taken from me.
Kwathiwa angisayine.
I was instructed to sign.
And ukuthi amaphoyisa angaphezulu kangakanani kunamanje kunamaphoyisa aphezulu asuspendiwe. Anezikhundla eziphezulu asuspendiwe ngenxa ukuthi awenzi kahle. Amaphoyisa amayingenzi kahle awenzi kahle. Ukuthi anikhundla zawo zingakanani ngicabanga lokho akusho lutho.
They are in high positions. Even now, as we speak, there are high-ranking police officers that are on suspension or that have been suspended. The fact that they are holding high position, if they are not doing well, then they are not doing, or if not, they are not doing their job properly, then they are not.
Kunamaphoyisa amaningi aboshwayo anezikhundla eziphezulu.
A lot of police officers get arrested who are holding high positions.
You see, the initial version that was put on record by your legal representative is the following. Is that you were assaulted at Diepkloof police station in an office where during the assault Colonel Mboto entered the office and the assault stopped.
Okwashiwo lana ke ummeli wakho kushiwo ke kena ufakazi ukuthi ke wawushayelwa ke kune official thize owawushayelwa kulona ke ushayelwa yiwona amaphoyisa kwathi uma esengena uKenel Mboto aseke engasaqhubeka amaphoyisa ukushaya.
that Colonel Mboto was in possession of documents
ukuthi ke kunamaphepha ke ayewaphethe uKenel Mboto
which he presented to you to sign,
awanikela wena ukuthi uwasayine.
and he said to you, if you don't sign these documents,
Athi kuwena ke uma lamaphepha lana ungawasayini,
he will let these people, that is now the police officers who were assaulting you, to continue assaulting you.
uzodvumelake noma uzodedelake lamaphoyisa lana ekuwona ayekushaya ukuthi aqhubeke ngokukushaya.
Is there still your version?
Usasho kanjalo namanje.
ngicela ungilinde ngichaze ngosekatolo.
Please wait for me to explain.
Yes.
Umbotho mayengena ecourtyard la engangishayelwa khona.
When Mboto entered the courtyard where I was being assaulted,
Amaphoyisa ayama ukungishaya.
the police stopped assaulting me.
Uyacela ukuthi ufuna ukungibuza imibuzo embalwa.
He then requested to ask me a few questions.
Uyangibuza imibuzo angibuza ukuthi ngazi ngokufaka senzo ngiyamtshela ngazi lutho ngokufaka
He
senzo.
then asked me the questions as to what it is that I knew about the death of Senzo. I told him I knew nothing about the death of Senzo.
Wayiwaphethe lamaphepha la akuye.
He had the documents on him.
Wayebhala
He was writing.
ukuthi wayibhala ini angazi.
As to what it is that he was writing, I don't know.
Masethi angisayine.
When he then asked me to sign,
Lenkulumo leyo ikhuluma ukuthi wathi uzongishiya naye lapha ya. Wayikhuluma ukuthi bese ngikhohliwe ukuyisho ngoba seyisikhathi eside kodwa wona ukuthi hayi ukuthi mangayisho ngayenzakalanga. Wayikhuluma vele lo nkulumo leyo.
what the state had just said or alluded to right now, that he said that he was going to leave me with those police officers to continue assaulting me. Yes, I had just forgotten about it. The fact that I had forgotten about it does not mean that it didn't happen. Yes, he said that.
Okwangiphoqa ukuthi ngisayine ngivikela impilo yami ngasayina.
What then forced me, or what then, forced me to sign in protecting my own life. Yes, I signed.
Wacela iphoyisa ukuthi alingumule ama-handcuff ngemuva.
He then requested a police officer to loosen or to untie the handcuffs at the back.
La ngigumula iphoyisa ama-handcuff ngasayina wamangala ukuthi ade ngilimele kanje. Ngamtshela ukuthi ngilimele kanje. And na umbotho ukuthi ngilimele wakubona.
Indeed, the police officer did as requested by Colonel Mboto, and for me to be able to sign, Colonel Mboto was then amazed or surprised that I was hurt or injured in that manner. And Mboto, I told him, yes, I am injured. And Mboto saw that I was injured.
Kodwa wathi esengibonile ukuthi ngilimele, still waqhubeka wathi angisayini.
But having seen that I was injured, he still continued to say to me that I should sign.
But Mr. Sibiya, how can you forget such an important aspect that Colonel Mboto told you that if you don't sign this document, these people are going to continue and perpetrate their assaults on you?
Ukhohlwa kanjani ke udaba olusemqoka kangaka ukuthi ke uKenel Mboto wathi kuwena uma ungasayini uzobayeka ke labantu baqhubeke nokukushaya.
Ngumuntu ophila la emhlabeni, umuntu la emhlabeni uyakhohlwa uyakhumbula.
I am a human being who lives on this earth, and as a human being on this earth forgets and also remembers.
Umshushizi mangikhuluma abanokubhala phansi. Ikhothi nokubhala phansi enzela ukuthi ingakhohlwa into ekhulunywa ngomunye umuntu.
As I'm speaking, the state is writing down, the court is writing down so as not to forget what I'm saying.
Ngalesa sikhathi ngangabhali ndawo namanje angibhali ndawo.
At that time, I was not writing down. Even now, I'm not writing down.
So into kenzeka uyikhohlwe, kenzeka uphinde uyikhumbule futhi.
It happens that you forget. It also happens that you do remember.
You see, in your evidence in chief, you said Gininda told you that just before he left the courtyard, he told you that if you don't cooperate, he will, as your counsel put it, he will let loose the police officers on you.
Ushilo ke kufakazi bakho ukuthi ke ngaphambili nje kokuthi ke aphume ahambe lapha ecourtyard uGininda wathi ke uma ngaba ke ungafuni ke ukukhuluma uzowayeka lamaphoyisa akushaye aqhubeke ukushaya.
Wathi uma ngilokhu ngiphika ngisalokhu ngiphika uzophuma angishiye lamaphoyisa salenja engishaya.
He said that if I keep on denying, he will then leave and allow these police officers to continue assaulting me.
Nangempela waphuma sala ngishaya.
Indeed, he left and they continued assaulting me.
And you say when he came back, he came with he came back with Lieutenant Colonel Mboto.
Uthi ke uma sebuya wabuya naye uKenel Mboto.
Yeah.
Yes.
And see, that is not a version that was put to Lieutenant Colonel Mboto.
Asikona ke lokho okwashiwo kuyena uKenel Mboto.
Mina ngifike trial ngifike ngakusho namanje futhi ngisakusho.
During the trial, within a trial, that is what I said. Even now, I'm still maintaining the same.
Yes, but I'm saying it was not put to Lieutenant Colonel Mboto.
Hayi wena, kodwa ke kuyena uKenel Mboto, ngathi elana naye kule ndawo kuyona ke akushiwongo lokho kuyena. Noma kuzange kushiwo lokho kuyena.
Mangizela eboxini ngizoyikhulumela mina ngoba ngizela eboxini ngifunga ukuthi ngizokhuluma iqiniso. Ngicabanga ufakazi obuzosebenza ufakazi lobe ngikhuluma la eboxini yibo okumele kube yibe ngikhulumayo kube yibo kuyiqiniso.
As I took to the witness dock, I am here to come and put my version, and I am under oath. So I think that is the evidence that I say or that I then give to the court should be the evidence that is the truth.
Now, after Colonel Mboto arrived there with Brigadier Gininda, did Brigadier Gininda remain in the courtyard or did he leave the courtyard?
Uma ke sebefika lapho bobabili uBrigadier Gininda kanye naye uKenel Mboto, ingaba ke waqhubeka waba lapho uBrigadier Gininda noma wahamba?
Waba khona.
He was there
Throughout the entire process.
ngaso sonke isikhathi leso.
Ngoba
Noma kona konke lokho.
Ngoba ngithi sayahamba saye emotweni nje.
As I say that, we then ended up leaving, going to the cars.
Yes. But are you saying that Brigadier Gininda remained in the courtyard throughout the process when you were interacting with Lieutenant Colonel Mboto?
Engikubuzayo kuwena ukuthi ngaso sonke isikhathi lesi ukhuluma noma uxoxa naye ke uKenel Mboto wayekhona ngaso sonke leso sikhathi uGininda.
Wayekhona.
He was there.
So he never left at some point and you found him in the parking area?
So asikho isikhathi la ahamba khona wase wena uyohlangana naye la kuma khona imoto noma ke ku-parking.
Kuyi-parking dibane naye masifika.
I found him at the parking when we arrived or upon our arrival.
Not upon your departure?
Hayi ngesikhathi senihamba.
Cha.
No.
So, Mr. Sibia, you're saying that Lieutenant Colonel Mboto said he wants to ask you a few questions.
Uyasho ke ukuthi ke uKenel Mboto wasethi kuwena ke kunemibuzo nje embalwa afisa ukuthi akubuze yona.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you only mentioned one aspect that he asked you what your knowledge is of the death of Senzo Meyiwa.
Kodwa nje okushilo ukuthi ke wakubuza ukuthi wazini ngokushona kwaSenzo Meyiwa.
Uyombuza ngibuza wona ukuqala nje.
That was the first question he asked me.
Yes, what other questions did he ask you?
Imuphi omunye?
Noma ngeke ngisayikhumbula imibuzo engibuza yona emini.
Although I won't be able to remember the other questions that he asked me.
In your evidence in chief, you said that he never went or he never read anything from the form.
Ubufakazi bakho ngaphambilini ushilo wathi akukho nokukodwa akufunda kumaphepha la ayewaphethe.
He only asked you questions.
Wakubuza imibuzo nje kuphela.
Wangibuza imibuzo.
He only asked me questions.
So what stands in Exhibit FF? You don't know what the source thereof is that correct?
Okubhalwe laphayana ke kulela phepha noma kulawa amaphepha ke le document le la phambi kwenkantolo ku FF awazi ukuthi kuqhamukaphi lokho okubhalwe laphayana.
Angikwazi.
I don't know.
We're just going to take you through this form. So all the information that's contained in Exhibit FF, you know nothing about.
So konke lokhu okubhalwe laphayana awukwazi.
Angikwazi.
I know nothing about it.
You also did not make any statement to Lieutenant Colonel Mboto.
Asikho istatement nje owasenza kuKenel Mboto.
Asikho.
I never.
You see in this form, Exhibit FF.
Sorry, my Lord, can you get an extra one, please? We're gonna go through it. Can you get another?
We will try and organize an extra copy just now. My colleague has just drawn to my attention what you mentioned during cross-examination on the 6th of February 2024, page 14, line 20. Let me explain this, my lord. Where I was assaulted, Brigadier Gininda went out. When Colonel Mboto was now done with what he was doing, my lord, and we went out of there. When we arrived at the parking lot, that is where we found Brigadier Gininda.
Oh, angichazeke umsolo wokuqala kubhalwe kanjena, angichazeke inkosi enkantolo. La engangishayelwa khona uBrigadier uGininda waphuma. Uma ngabe uKolonel Mboto wayeseqedileke ngaloko ayekwenza inkosi enkantolo, saphuma ke lapho. Uma ngabe sesifika ke kuparking noma la ekumakhona ke imoto, ila esathola khona uGininda.
uGininda masifika sisuka eFosorus sithi ngidibane naye eparking simfice eparking
When we
mayehla
sorry,
naye
okay, when we were coming from Fosterus and we arrived there, we found Gininda at the parking. He was also alighting.
sangena naye
We went in with him.
kule courtyard la angifika ngibuza khona ukuthi ngisaqhubeka nokuphika na
At that courtyard where he asked me whether I was still denying.
wathi uzongishiya wangishiya nabantu labo baqhubeka bangishaya waphuma wahamba.
He said he was going to leave me. He left me with the people who continued assaulting me, and he went out.
Wabuya
He came back.
mayebuye sebuya noMbotho ila akaze ziphume.
When he came back in the company of Mboto. He never left
Yes.
Saze sahamba
until
elokhe khona.
until we departed or we left. He was still there.
Indlela engayisho ngayo ileyo ndlela leyo nje engayisho ngayo mina.
That is how I
ukuthi
said it.
Umuntu wayetolika mhlawumbe wayibeka kanjani? Angazi kodwa mina ukisho ngangisho kanje.
As to how it was interpreted, I don't know, but that's how I said it.
Ngoba namanje ngisasho uGininda akaze ziphume.
I'm still maintaining Gininda never left or went out.
But you agree that's not what the record states.
Kodwa ke uyavuma ukuthi ayikho kanjalo la.
Kodwa mina ngiyibeka le ndlela engiyibeka ngayo.
But I am putting it as I am.
Yes. Who loosened your handcuffs?
Uthi ubani iphoyisa leli ke elaku khululwa okhumuloza Nkosi?
Kwakuyiphoyisa lalikhona khona lapha noma ngasakhumbuli manje kwakubani.
It's a police officer that was present there, although now I cannot recall as to who it was.
It
Kodwa
was,
yiwo lamaphoyisa ayengihamba nawo ama traffic cop.
But it was those police officers in whose company I was with, the Metro police officers.
it wasn't Colonel Mboto who loosened your handcuffs.
Kwakungasiyena uKolonel Mboto.
Uye wathi wacela iphoyisa ukuthi ngigumula ama handcuff.
He's the one who requested the police officer to loosen the cuffs, the handcuffs.
But he himself did not loosen the handcuffs. Is
Kodwa
that
kwakungasiyena.
your evidence?
Cha.
No.
See, we wish to draw your attention to the proceedings of 13 October 2023, page 58, line 22. Colonel Mboto testified, I loosened the handcuffs, my lord, while we were still talking orally, not yet completing the form.
Kubufakazi bakhe ke uKolonel Mboto bange 13 October. Sorry. Yebo 13 October 2023. ubhalile lana ke noma kubhaliwe ke lana imina ke waphumula ozankosi inkosi enkantolo sasisayikhulumela ke ngaleso sikhathi leso singekabhali ke phansi.
Angaze ngize ngikhulule umbotho zakosi.
I was never loosened, or the handcuffs were never loosened by Kenyan Mboto.
Ngoba kulokhu ngishilo ukuthi wacela iphoyisa ukuthi lingumlo zakosi lamangala khona ukuthi athi ngidimele kanje.
As I've always maintained that he requested the police officer to loosen the handcuffs, that's when he was then surprised that I was injured to such an extent.
You testified in evidence in chief that when Lieutenant Colonel Mboto was asking you questions, he was writing something in the form, but he kept the form close to his chest. Is that correct?
Ushilo ukuthi ngalesikhathi uKenyan Mboto ekubuza imibuzo khona ke ayekubhala kodwa ke la ayibhale khona wayekubambe la kuyena lokho ayibhala kona.
Kodwa kaze ngisho ukuthi amaform.
But I never mentioned or referred to those as forms.
Yes.
Ngithi wayephethe amaphepha.
I said he was having documents.
Yes. What were those documents?
Kwakuyini lawo maphepha lawo?
Angwazi.
I don't know.
You see, Mr. Sibia, the difficulty that one has with your evidence is this: if you were presented with a form that was already completed and just merely asked to sign, why did Colonel Mboto keep on asking questions? You say he said he was going to ask you a few questions. Why would he ask you a few questions if he was going to present you with a form that's already completed?
Ubuzima ke umuntu anako ke ngobufakazi bakho yilokho. Ushilo wathi uKenyan Mboto wathi kuwena unemibuzo afisa ukuthi akubuze yona. Kodwa ke uma kuwukuthi weza kuwena namaphepha ke noma iphepha ke akusasekubhalile kulona kwakungani ukuthi aqhubeka akubuza imibuzo kodwa lokhu akuphethe sekuqediwe sekubhaliwe kukona kungani ukuthi aqhubeka akubuza imibuzo.
Impela mina ngazi umuntu ongambuza lo mbuzo uphendule kahle uye umbotho.
I really don't know. The best person to ask that question and to answer would be Kenyan Mboto.
Kodwa yena wangibuza imibuzo athi uzongibuza yona le emncane.
But he did ask me the few questions that he had said he was going to ask me.
And the same goes for all these assaults that you have described. You say the purpose of these assaults was to get you to incriminate yourself.
Lokho ke futhi ke kuhamba nako konke ke lokhu noma lokushaywa lokhu othi wena kwenzeka kuwena ngoba ke inhloso yalokho kushaywa wawushayelwa ukuthi ke wena ke usho ukuthi wawuyingxenye noma wawumbandakanyeka kulesi senzo lesi ababekubuza ngaso.
Babe ngishaya bengibuza ukuthi mina ngazi ngokufaka senze ngibatshela ukuthi angazi lutho.
They were assaulting me, asking me as to what it is that I knew about the death of Senzo, and then I told them that I knew nothing.
Yes, according to you, they wanted you to incriminate yourself.
Yebo kodwa ngokusho kwakho ukuthi babefuna bona ukuthi uyifake ukuthi wawukhona ukhona okwaziyo.
Babethi bona ngazi ngokufaka senze ngibatshela ukuthi akukho engikwaziyo ngokufaka senze.
They were asking or they were saying what do I know about the death of Senzo, and I would tell them that I knew nothing.
But if the eventual aim was to present you with a form that was already completed, why would they then keep on assaulting you to incriminate yourself?
Uma kuukuthi injongo noma inhloso yabo kwakuukuthi ekugcineni bakunikeze into eseyibhaliwe noma eseyiqediwe ukubhala kwakungani ukuthi baqhubeke bakushaye kodwa bayazi ukuthi ekugcineni bazokunika into eseyiqediwe ukubhalwa.
Lapho abantu abangaphendula yibo. Kodwa mina ngisho into ayenzeka kimi ukuthi bangishaya ekugcineni kwakhona umbotho mase kufika umbotho esethi umbuza imibuzo lembalwa wasethi ucela ngisayinele la.
The best people to answer that would be them. But what happened is that what I am saying is what happened to me. They assaulted me, and then at the end, Mboto came to me with the document and asked me to sign.
Uma bengishaya ngibuza ukuthi ngazi ngokufaka senze ngibatshela ukuthi angazi lutho ngokufaka senze.
When they were assaulting me, they were asking me as to what it is that I knew about the death of Senzo. I told them that I knew nothing about Senzo's death.
Ngoba namanje angazi lutho ngokufaka senze.
Just like as in now, I know nothing about the death of Senzo.
So, just in a nutshell, Mr. Sibia, so that there's no misunderstanding, you are saying the police are the source of what is contained in Exhibit FF.
Ekugcineni ke ukuze nje kungabikho nendida ke kona konke lokhu ukuthi okushoyo wena ukuthi ke kulawa maphepha noma ke kula athi ke umshushisi exhibit FF uthi amaphoyisa yiwona alethe le yamniningwane ebhalwe lapha yana.
Engikusho mina ukuthi amaphepha la afika noMbotho yiwo la engawasayinayo.
What I am saying is that the documents that came with Kenyan Mboto, those are the documents that I signed.
Yes, but you said you did not make any statement.
Kodwa uyasho ukuthi asikho statement owasenza.
Asikho.
I did not.
And Colonel Mboto did not go through the form with you.
Futhi ke akazange uKenyan Mboto sithi ke akufundeleke okwakulapha yana kuleya form.
Akaze ngimbone uMbotho efunda wayekhuluma nje.
I never saw Mboto reading or going through the form. He was just talking.
Akaze ngifundele.
He never read anything to me.
So we can then accept that what stands in Exhibit FF comes from the police are the source of what's contained in Exhibit FF. It doesn't come from you.
Singamukela ke ukuthi okubhaliwe lapha yana akubuyi kuwena kubuye emaphoyiseni.
Akubuyi kimi ukuthi kubuya kuphangazi kodwa kimi akubuyi kimi.
It doesn't come from me. As to where it comes from, I don't know, but not from me.
Just to come back to the issue of the handcuffs, we put it to that Lieutenant Colonel Mboto testified that he's the one who loosened the handcuffs. We want to refer you further to the record of 13 October 2023, page 68, line 9. Colonel Mboto, yes, my lord. Maybe we should just start with a question that was posed by Mr. Ramosepeli, your then legal representative. Mr. Ramosepeli, and this starts at line 5. Now, at some stage, you say the suspect asked you to loosen up the handcuffs because they were tightly or overly tightened up. Did you there, by the wrist area, see any injuries where he was cuffed? Then Colonel Mboto, yes, my lord, I saw that the handcuffs were tight and it was, how can I put it, just red a little bit. I did not know these cuffs were, yeah, swollen a little bit, if I can put it like that, swollen a little bit.
Lana ke kwakuse umnumzana uRamosepili kwakuse uyena ke owayesakumele ngaleso sikhathi leso. Khona ke isikhathi noma kukhona ke lapho uthi ke kusho yena ubaba uRamosepili la umsolwa acela khona ke ukuthi ke ukhumleke noma ke uqhaqhe ke bona ozankosi ngoba ke babeqinisiwe la kuyena. Ingabe lapho yini kuyena ke ngiqale la ingaba uyena ufunda yena umnumzana uRamosepili ingaba sikhona yini isikhathi la umsolwa akucela khona ke ukuthi ke umkhumuleke bona ozankosi ngoba ke babeqinisiwe noma beqiniswe kakhulu indlela ke babeboshwe ngayo ingabe khona ke la kuyena ke esandleni ke la kuboshwe khona ke khona ukulimala owakubona yini la ayeboshwe khona wase yaphendula ke uKenel Mboto ngabona ke ozankosi babeqinisiwe ngakusho kanjani lokhu kukhona ke la ekwakubomvu khona kancane angazi labo zankosi labo yebo kwakhona ke ukuvuvuka kancane uma ngingakusho kanjalo aye uvuvukile kancane.
Yes, what is your comment?
Uthini kulokho?
Ngangavuvuki ngangilimele njoba ilokhu amamagi namanje ekhona la.
I was not swollen, I was injured, just as in now, the marks are still there,
Ngobe sabonakala nje.
because they are still visible.
Akaze ngimcele futhi uMbotho ukuthi mina ngicela angehlisa ama handcuff aqinile.
I never requested the Mboto to loosen the handcuffs that they were tied.
uye umbotho mase kumele ngisayine ocela iphoyisa ukuthi alingikhipha ama-handcuff manje ngithe ngeke ngikwazi ukusayina ngifasiwe mina ngemuva wasecela iphoyisa ukuthi alingikhiphe ama-handcuff.
It was Mboto himself who requested the police officer when he was asking me to sign, and then I told him that I won't be able to sign because my hands are cuffed, and he then asked the police officer to loosen the handcuffs.
Ila mangala khona kade ngilimele kanje.
That's where he was then amazed or surprised that I was injured like that.
We are just trying to organize a copy for Mr. Jonas. We're going to go through the form with you, Exhibit FF, just to check as to whether this information indeed originate from the police.
Sifuna uqinisekisa ukuthi ngempela lokhu kubuya emaphoyiseni sizama ke ukuthi ke sithole ke i-copy ke le.
It says confession and admission. There's a heading for use of officers only. At 21:45 on this, the 30th day of May 2020, and at Diepkloof, SEPS. It says full name and surname, Muzika Ukulelwa Stemba Sibia. Did you give that information to Colonel Mboto?
Nemininingwane ke lapha ayibhaliwe imininingwane yakho aqeda uyifunda ke manje umshushisi ingabe wena wanikeza uKenyan Mboto le mininingwane?
Cha.
No.
Now, where would he have obtained this information?
Wayithola kuphi yena le mininingwane?
Angazi kodwa umcabango wami amaphoyisa afika endlini atshotha i-ID yami kade lokhu isemaphoyiseni.
I don't know, but my thinking is the police officers arrived at my place of residence and then they stole my identity document. So my identity document has always been with the police.
Khani ngiyithola manje emva kokushona kwaMngomezulu nje bengiqeda kuyithola.
I just received it now, just after the passing of Mr. Mngomezulu is when I got it.
But do you remember yesterday when we asked you whether the police did search for your identity document there in the room? Do you remember what your response was?
Ingabe uyakhumbula ukuthi uphendule wathini izolo uma ngabe ngikubuza ukuthi ke lapha yana endlini ingabe amaphoyisa asesha yini efuna umazisi wakho? Uyakhumbula uphendule wathini?
Akaze seshe efuna umazisi wami, akaze sengitshela ngomazisi amaphoyisa.
They
Ngoba
never
ngithi awutshotha ingoba ngingazi lutho ngawo. Ngawufuna kakhulu umazisi wami emva kokuba ngiboshwa amaphoyisa.
They never searched for it, they never asked me about it. Hence I'm saying that they stole my identity document because I looked for it.
Ngiqala ukuthola sengisethembisa ukuthi umazisi wami semaphoyiseni. Awutshotha ngawufuna kakhulu, ngangitshela ulahlekile nami ngingazi ukuthi ukuphi.
I only found out when I was in Tembisa that it was in the possession of the police. I was looking for it and didn't know where it was. I even thought that I had lost it.
And then it says residential address 1818 Vusimusi Squatter Camp Tembisa, Ekurhuleni.
Sorry, what was the answer to your last, your prior question? Mr. Badu,
About the
you asked a
identity
question.
document.
Remember, you asked a question about an answer apparently which was given.
Oh, yes. It's his full name and surname
No,
is...
you said, do you remember when we were asked, when did the police, when they searched, blah, blah, blah. You remember that question?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, was there an answer to it?
Yes, he said the police stole his identity document.
Oh, I see.
And
That's
he
the
was
answer.
not aware that they had stolen it.
Okay. No,
And he says he only received it after the death of Mr. Mngomezulu. His residential address, 1818 Vusimusis Quarter Camp, Tembisa, Ekurhuleni.
Oh, okay. Ikheli lakho la ohlala khona lebhaliwe la ukuthi 1880 eBusumuzi Squatter Camp eThembisa eKurhuleni.
That is your address, is it not?
Ikheli lakho lela ngithi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you give that to Lieutenant Colonel Mboto?
Wakusho lokho yaku Colonel Mboto?
Cha.
No.
Then it says telephone number not applicable, work address, says no work address.
Iyasho ke laphayana mayikhuluma ngenumber ke emakhalekhukhwini uthi cha ayikho eyomsebenzi ayikho.
Is that correct? Is that information correct?
Kuyiqiniso lokho
That there's no work address
ukuthi alikho ikheli lasemsebenzini
or telephone number?
noma ke inumber yomakhalekhukhwini noma ke yocingo.
Landline, I think it
Okay,
refers to landline.
lana khulunywa ngenumber ke ifone yasendlini
Ukuthi ayikho.
ayikho ngoba ithi no yabona ithi la no.
Ayikho kuphi.
Where? No telephone number where?
It's not applicable,
Mama.
that you don't have a landline or work address. Is that information correct?
Sikhuluma lana ke ngocingo lo lwasendlini asikhulumi ngomakhalekhukhwini ucingo lwasendlini ukuthi ayikho inumber nokuthi ke ikheli lasemsebenzini alikho.
Ukuthi mina nginakho yini.
As to whether do I have those?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mina nginakho kodwa akaze ngitshela uMbotho ukuthi anginakho.
I don't, indeed no, but I never told that to Mboto.
Now, how will he have known that?
Ukwazi kanjani ke yena lokho?
Amaphoyisa ayengibopha yiwo ayamnika le information leyo.
The police officers who arrested me are the ones who provided him with that information.
Lapha kwakukhona intelligence.
Even the intelligence was there.
It says cell phone number 07937901137.
Khuluma ke ngenumber kamakhalekhukhwini 079 379 0137.
Yeah, inamba yami.
Yes, that's my number.
Identification number 860121665983.
In number kamazisi 86012166599083.
Yeah, inamba ye ID yami.
Yes, that's my ID number.
Did you give this to Lieutenant Colonel Mboto?
Ingaba wamnika uPhela Mboto lokho?
Cha.
No.
Now, how would he have known of this information?
Manje ke wakwazi kanjani yena lokho?
I-ID yami yayisemaphoyiseni, ifoni yami yayisemaphoyiseni. Kwakukhona intelligence lapha ya.
My ID was with the police. My phone was with the police, and the intelligence was also there.
I-ID yami uMngomezulu inikezwe uye umshushisi. Lapha yawazi wasayina uMngomezulu ukuthi uyitholile i-ID yami. Enikezwe umshushisi isuke emaphoyiseni.
My ID was given to Mr. Mngomezulu by the state. He even signed there that he received it. Ibuye emaphoyiseni, that it was being returned from the police.
But we're talking about the 30th of May 2020. You had just been arrested.
Kodwa lana ke sikhuluma ngeyi-30 zika May 2020 emuva nje kokuthi uqede ukuboshwa.
Yebo.
Yes.
Ngisho kanjalo ukuthi i-ID yami emva kokuba ngiboshiwe umalume wayicinga ngacela umalume ukuthi angicingele i-ID yami akangayithola. Makusekhulunywa icala eThembisa amaphoyisa athi uma eya endlini amayibuza ukuthi ayokwenza athi wona ayiyofuna i-ID.
Yes, it is indeed correct that after my arrest, I had requested my uncle to look for my ID, but then it was in Tembisa, a court, a magistrate court, where the police officers had then informed the court when they were asked as to what it is that they went to do at my place, that they went to look for my ID.
Wazothi umagistrate wakhona nani ufuna i-ID kanje ngoba naniphethe iphepha nithi naniphethe iphepha lokuthi lo muntu inamagama akhe and lo muntu mayifika kini untshela lamagama la enwaphethe ephepheni lelo.
And then the magistrate even inquired from the police officers, how then did you go to his place of residence to go and look for his ID when you police officers claim that when you went to arrest him or look for him, you had a document with his details on it. And indeed, he gave you those details.
wabuza ukuthi ayithole na ID yathi ayithole ilesikhathi engazi ngaso ukuthi ID yami balokhu ngiyicinga nje isemaphoyiseni.
And then the magistrate inquired from them as to whether they found the ID. They confirmed that they found it. And that is when I learned that as I was looking for my ID, it was with the police.
But which,
lokho ayithatha ngazi idate May 2020.
Since they took it on the 30th of May 2020.
but which date are you talking about?
Iphi lena okhuluma ngayo manje i-date?
When you had an interaction with the magistrate?
La khona uMantshi ayekhuluma wawukhuluma noMantshi.
Ngikhuluma ngethembisa.
I'm referring to Tembisa,
La ngiqala ukwazi khona ID yami yathathwa amaphoyisa.
where I got to learn for the first time that my ID was taken by the police.
But you appeared on different dates in Tembisa, the 1st of June 2020, the 8th of June 2020, the 10th of June 2020. Which date are you referring to?
Kunama date ke ahlukahlukene owabingelela iMantshi ngayo eThembisa kwakuyi-1 zika June, i-8 zika June, neyi-10 zika June. So sikhuluma ngayiphi kulama dates?
Ngaze mina uma sengena amaphoyisa eboxini ukuthi bekuyiphi date angisazi manje kwakusona lama date owasho.
I got to know about that when the police officers took to the witness dock, but as to which date, I can't recall. But it's not the dates that you've just mentioned now.
Ngihlale mhlawumbe iminyaka emithathu ngingazi ID yami ukuthi kuphi.
I stayed for 3 years not knowing as to where my ID was.
But once again, Mr. Sibiya, we're talking about the 30th of May 2020, just shortly after your arrest.
Kodwa ke mnumzane Sibiya lana sikhuluma nje ngeyi-30 zika May 2020 emuva nje kokuthi uqeda ukuboshwa.
Ngiyakuzwa engikushoyo ukuthi ID yami bayithatha ngalelo langa lelo mabe ngibopha ngedate ka May 2020.
I hear you, but what I'm saying is they took my ID on that day, on the 30th of May 2020, after arresting me.
Akaze ngize ngibabone beyithatha yangilahlekela bayitshothe ID yami.
I never saw them taking it. I lost it and they stole my ID.
Back to Exhibit FF. Next paragraph, apparently in his sound and sober senses appears before me, Colonel Mhlanganyela Moses Mboto, Justice of the Peace for the Republic of South Africa. The Justice of Peace was explained to the suspect and he nodded his head as a sign that he understands.
That information is not on this page.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Lana ke uyasho ke ukuthi ke wawusemqondweni ke ngokuphelela ngamanye amagama akukho ke okwakuphazamisa ke nanjengoba ke wawuphambi kwakhe abhalwa ke amagama akhe ngokuphelele lapha yana ke uKolonel Mhlangalelwa Moses Mbotho wachaza ke ukuthi ke ulapho phambi kwakho ke ngasiphi ke noma kusiphi ke isikhundla ke emaphoyiseni ukuthi ke uyiphoyisa ke alibiza ngokuthi phecelezi ke Justice of the Peace noma ke iphoyisa ke eli vumelekile ke noma eliselungelweni lokuthi ke lingahlala nawe athathe istatement leso ayizosithatha kuwena bona ke mabewabiza ke lo maphoyisa bathi ke uJustice of the Peace uthi lokho wachazela ke noma nawe futhi wakuzwa ke ukuthi usho ukuthini mayisho kanjalo
Uthi wangibona ngazi ukuthi
lana ke uthi ke wawusoba noma ke wawusomqondweni ngokuphelele akukho okwakuyinkomba noma ke kutshengisa ukuthi ke cha awukho somqondweni ngokuphelele noma khona okuphazamisayo.
mina lesikhathi mangiboshwa ngangithuke kakhulu.
I was in so much shock when I was arrested.
Mangilokhu ngishawa umqondo wawuphithana ngitraumatized.
As the assault kept on or as they kept on assaulting me, my mind was all over the place. Okay, okay, yes, I was traumatized.
And uMbotho akangazi mina ngi right noma ngekho right.
And Mboto doesn't know me as to now my condition, whether I'm in the sound or not in a sound sober senses.
He noted there that you nodded with your head as a sign that you are understanding what the justice of the peace is.
Akubhalileke lana ukuthi ke watshengisa-ke ngekhanda-ke noma ukuthi ke uboniseke ngekhanda-ke ukuthi ke uyakuzwa lokhu akuchazela kona akushoyo-ke uma ngaba usho ukuthini uma ikhuluma-ke ngephoyisa-ke ukuthi ke isikhundla wayekusona-ke nokuthi ke phecelezi-ke i-justice of the peace.
akazi sikhuluma Mboto ngama-justice of the peace.
We never spoke about that with Colonel Mboto.
Now, how would you have noted this if, as you say, he did not go through the form with you?
Wayezokubhala kanjani-ke lokhu uma ngabe uthi-ke akazange iphepha leli-ke lokhu okubhaliwe lana-ke akufundele-ke akuchazele lokhu okubhaliwe. Wayezokubhala kanjani phansi?
Kungaba uye okuchaza ukuthi wayezokubhala kanjani noma echaza ukuthi wayekubhala kanjani. Kodwa
He's the-
mina akaze ezengifundele lezi zinto zonke lezi zinto lezi.
He's the one who will be able to explain as to how it is that he wrote it down, but he never went through or read this to me.
The deponent was brought to my private office by Constable Monaring, NT, number 19597, from EMPD SWAT.
Uyasho-ke ukuthi laphayana-ke kuyena wawulethwe umuntu owayekulethile kuyena-ke kwaku-Munareng.
Akukho kanjalo ukhuluma amanga ngoba uMbotho ufica lapha ngiyashawa lapha.
That is not true. He told lies because when Mboto arrived there, he arrived when I was being assaulted.
Ephethe lamaphepha iwaphethe.
In possession of the documents that he had.
Now, how would you have known about Constable Monaring?
Manje wayenolwazi kanjani-ke ngoMunareng?
Angimazi ukuthi wayemazi kanjani.
I don't know how he knew him.
Kodwa kusala usifice lapha nabo Mnaring babe khona bayisifica lapha bengishaya.
But he found us there, and Munareng was also there when Mboto found me being assaulted there.
And that he was from EMPD SWAT.
Nokuthi uMunareng lona wayebuya-ke e-EMPD kulaba ababizwa ngokuthi ama-SWAT.
Babegqoka impahla ze-MPD vele.
Indeed, they were wearing EMPD uniform.
It says, of the South African police, and only the deponent, no other person, the interpreter and I are in the office and nobody else.
Uthi-ke akekho omunye umuntu, imina-ke uTolika-ke akekho omunye umuntu okhona e-ofisini.
He mentioned that he did not make use of an interpreter, so it was only the two of you.
Uyasho-ke ukuthi-ke akazange amsebenzise uTolika kwakuyinina nobabili kuphela.
Ngoba ngisho namanje uMbotho ukhuluma amanga.
As I'm still saying that Mboto is telling lies.
La uMbotho angifice khona ungifice lapha ecourtyard la engangishawa khona.
Where Mboto found me was at the courtyard where I was being assaulted.
The deponent is further informed that he is in the presence of a police officer who is as such a justice of the peace. At this point, I present my appointment certificate and explain what a justice of peace is, as well as the fact that I bear no knowledge of the case.
Uthi-ke wasechazela-ke ukuthi-ke uyiphoyisa-ke nokuthi phecelezi-ke justice of the peace nokuthi-ke lokho kusho-ke isikhundla sakho ukuthi-ke yini-ke angakwenza yena nanjengephoyisa wase ekutshengisa-ke noma-ke ekuchazela-ke ukuthi kusho ukuthini lokho wase ekhipha-ke ikhadi lakhe lasemaphoyiseni elitshengisayo noma-ke elikhombisayo-ke ukuthi uyiphoyisa.
Akazi ngize ngibone ikhadi kaMbotho mina. And ngoba ngisho ukuthi lapha ngangifana nomuntu wayesesibayeni samabhubesi. Wayengekho umuntu wayefisa ukuba nosizo nami. Bonke umuntu wayelapha wayephenduka isilwane kimi. So asikho isikhathi sokuthi wayengathi uyi-piece of
Justice of peace.
justice.
It's been a long day, Mr. Sibiya, don't worry.
So alikho igama lishoyo likhombisa ukuthi yena umuntu oqolo mhlambe noma ini. Amaphoyisa ayilapha ayephenduka izilwane onke kimi.
At no stage did I see Colonel Mboto's appointment card, and as I earlier on explained or mentioned that I found myself in a lion's den, and everyone there, no one there was on my side or trying to protect me, and everyone there had turned into monsters. They were monsters, and also the issue of the justice of peace, that was never ever explained to me, or he never explained that to me.
he made a note next to the presentation of the appointment certificate. He says, the suspect requested me to remove the mask as he could not see me properly
Uthi ke umsolo-
with the mask,
Okay, sir.
and he confirmed that it's he confirmed that to me due to COVID-19.
Laphayana ke ubhalile ke ukuthi umsolo wangicela ke ukuthi ke ngikhiphe ke imask lena nanjengoba wayengangiboni kahle.
Akaze ngize ngimcela umbotho ukuthi ekhiphe imask.
I never requested Mboto to remove the mask.
Lapha la ngaphansi kwencindezi sasingeke isikhathi sokuthi ngingakhuluma naye. Lokho engangifuna ukuthi ngingakhuluma naye uye wayengibuza imibuzo ngiphendula lo mbiza engibuza yona.
There, I was under pressure. There was no opportunity or no time for me to ask or to say whatever it is I would have wanted to say or discuss with him. There, he was asking me questions, and I'll be answering those questions that he would be posing to me.
But why would this entry be on the form if you did not ask him to take off his mask?
Kungani ke kubhaliwe lapha uma kuwukuthi wena uzange umcele ukuthi ke akhiphe imask yakhe?
Impela umuntu ongambuza ukuthi kungane ebhalile lapha uye umbotho mina ngazi.
The best person to ask as to why it is that he wrote it there is Boto. I don't know.
Kodwa akaze ngize ngimcele leso sicelo esinjengaleso sokucela ukuthi akhiphe imask. Cha.
But I never made that request to him to remove his mask. No.
I informed him that he has nothing to fear and can therefore speak freely, and that if necessary, protection against any irregularity can be provided for him.
Ngase ngimtshela ke ukuthi ke akhululeke ke akukho ekufanele akwesabe uma isidingo sikhona uzothi ke avikele noma ke avikeleke uma khona nje okukahambi ngendlela ngakuyena.
Angaze ngize ngiqondana lo nkulumo leyo akaze ezeyifake lo nkulumo kimbotho.
I was never confronted with that. Mboto never directed that to me or said that to me.
Akaze yisho.
He never said it.
I showed the suspect the appointment certificate and he requested me to remove the mask as he did see me, most probably as he did not see me properly, and I did.
Ukuthi nanjengoba wamcelele ukuthi akhiphe imask wakwenza ke lokho.
Akaze ngimcela umbotho ukuthi ekhiphe imask mina.
I never requested Mboto to remove the mask.
The suspect confirmed. Now, why would this information appear on the form if that is not what you requested him to do?
Kungani ke lokhu kubhaliwe ke uma kuwukuthi asikona wena owamcela ukuthi akwenze?
Lo mbuzo lo ungabuza umbotho kungane ebhalile kodwa mina akaze ngize ngicela umbotho ukuthi akwenze.
That question would be best placed or suited to be directed to Mboto, but I never asked him to do it.
The said person is asked if he was informed of the reason for his arrest as prescribed by Section 35 of the Constitution. Answer, yes.
Ngambuza ke ukuthi uyazi yini ukuthi waboshelwani nanjengoba ke umthetho ngaphansi kwakhe ke uSection 35 usho, waphendula ke wathi yebo.
Akaze sengibuza umbotho umbuzo njengalowo.
Mboto never asked me such a question.
And akaze ngize ngimuphi answer ukuthi yebo.
I never asked him, I never provided him with an answer to say yes.
It says, they told me that I am arrested for the shooting of Meyiwa.
Uthi impendulo ke yathi bangitshela ukuthi ngiboshelwa ukudutshulwa kukaMeyiwa.
Akaze imbotho engibuze leyo umbuzo lo akaze futhi ngimuphi answer enjengaleyo. Umbuzo engibuza yona ukuthi ngazi ngokufaka senzo meyo ngamtshela ngazi lutho ngokufaka senzo meyo.
Mboto never asked me such a question and I never gave him that answer. What Mboto asked me was what it is that I know about the death of Senzo Meyiwa. I told him that I knew nothing.
Namanje ngisasha ngazi lutho ngokufaka senzo meyo.
I still maintain I know nothing about the death of Senzo Meyiwa.
That means you are arrested for murder.
Okusho ukuthi uboshelwe ukubulala.
Akaze umbotho engibuze namanje ngiyasha akaze ngize ngibulale.
Mboto never asked me. I still maintain I never murdered.
selokhu ngaba khona akaze ngibulale.
Since my existence, I have never committed murder.
But Colonel, I've just indicated the portion to you where he says he's not involved, he's not part of the investigating team. How would he have known all this information?
Ngikufundeleke indawo ethi ke wakutshela ke noma washo ke kuwena ukuthi akasiyona ingxenye yethimba eliphenyayo eliphenya icala leli manje ke wayizokwazelaphi konke lokhu.
Mina akukho engikwaziyo ngombotho engikushoyo amaphoyisa mayelokho efika endlini amatshotha atshotha i-ID ulwazi onalo ifoni ayise emaphoyiseni i-address amaphoyisa afika kule address so angazi ukuthi wayekuthatha apho umbotho or wayekuthatha apho bani mari mina angazi ngize ngimnikeze umbotho ulwazi.
I know nothing about Mboto. The police went to my place, the police stole my ID, and I don't know where Mboto got that information from, but I never provided Mboto with such.
Yes. But how would you have known what you were arrested for?
Kodwa ke wayezokwazelaphi ukuthi wawuboshelweni.
Ngaboshwa amaphoyisa engibuza ngecala lokufaka Senzo Meyiwa.
I was arrested by police officers asking me about the death of Senzo Meyiwa.
Yes, but how would Lieutenant Colonel Mboto have known about that?
Kodwa uMbotho yena ke wayezokwazelaphi lokho.
Lo mbuzo lo ungarathi qondane kuyo nombotho.
That question would be best suited if asked to Mboto.
The said person is further informed of his rights as prescribed by Section 35 of the Constitution.
Utsheliwe ke umuntu lona ke ephambi kwami ngawo ke amalungelo nangaphansi kwakhe ke usection 35 kuona ke umthetho sisekelo.
I further told him that it is a serious case, murder. He needs the legal assistance as he might face the heavy sentence if found guilty.
Ngase ngimtshela ke ukuthi ke yicala elibucayi kabi leli uzodinga ke ukuthi ke noma uzolidinga usizo lommeli nanjengoba ke uma kuukuthi icala leli lingamlahla angabhekana ke nokuthi ke isigwebo ke angasithola ke lapho noma ke ijesu angasithola ke lapho.
Le nkulumo umbotho akaze ezikhulume kini.
Mboto never said that to me.
Akaze nje ezikhuluma inkulumo enjengale.
He's never ever said such to me.
So are you saying that he just wrote that this information here just out of his own bet?
Uthi nje into nje asuke wazenzela yona azibhalela yona lapha yana phansi there.
Angimazi ukuthi wayithatha apho kodwa akayithathanga kimi.
I don't know where he got it from, but not from me.
Mina angazi lutho ngalento le.
I know nothing about that.
Then paragraph 1, he was informed of the right to remain silent and warned that anything he says may be held against him in a court of law.
Watshelwa ke ngelungelo lakhe lokuthula ke angasho lutho nokuthi nani ke asengayisho ke ukuthi leyo nto leyo noma leyo nkulumo leyo ke isengasetshenziswa ke ngakuyena ke enkantolo.
Akaze sengitshela umbotho lento le.
Mboto never told me that.
And the suspect understands.
Umsolwa wezwa.
Akukho nje engathi ngak-understanda kumbotho.
There's nothing that I can say I understood from Mboto.
Paragraph 2, that he has the right to consult with a legal practitioner of his choice.
Nokuthi ke unelungelo ke lokuthi ke angahlangana akhulumisane nommeli ozoqokwa noma akhethwe uyena.
Akaze zeyisho umbotho lo. Uma uthe wayishito ummeli umbotho ngangayijabulela kakhulu ngoba ngendlela engangishaba ngayo lapha wayengekho umuntu olusizo kimi.
Mboto never said that to me. If Mboto had mentioned that, I would have really appreciated that because no one was of assistance to me in the manner in which I was being assaulted there.
Akaze umbotho eyisho lento le.
Mboto never said that.
Where substantial injustice would otherwise result, to be provided with the services of a legal practitioner by the state.
Lapho khona ke nombuso usungalekelela ke ukuthi ukunikeze ummeli.
Akaze eyisho umbotho lento le.
Mboto never said that.
Then your response, I don't need the legal aid or my lawyer, Mr. Nkuna. I want to make the statement.
Wasuphendula ke wena ke uthi ke angifuni ke usizo legal aid noma ke ummeli wombuso noma ke ummeli wami umnumzana uNkuna.
ngisuka eThembisa ngiyashawa ngisuka ngeFosforus ngiyashawa ngeDikloof ngiyashawa ngange ngihlale ngalifuni usizo lomuntu ozoqhamuka eceleni ngisize ungesilona iphoyisa.
I was from Tembisa being assaulted. I went to Phosphorus being assaulted. I went to Deep Kloof being assaulted. There was no way that I was not, or that I was going to reject or not need assistance from someone who was not a police officer.
Anginaye ummeli uNkuna mina.
I do not have a legal representative known as Nkuna.
You don't know him at all.
Awumazi nje kwanhloko.
Anginaye ummeli uNkuna mina.
I do not have a lawyer called Nkuna.
Now, why would Lieutenant Colonel Mboto have written this information here?
Wazoyibhalisa yini ke uLieutenant Colonel Mboto leyo nto lapha?
Lo mbuzo lo right uqondana noMbotho kodwa mina akazi ngize ngimele ummeli uNkuna.
That question can be asked to Mboto, but I've never heard a lawyer known as Nkuna.
Angaze futhi ngimtshele ngoNkuna mina uNombotho.
And I've never told Mboto about Nkuna.
There's a paragraph regarding a minor. He indicated not applicable, as you are not a minor. Paragraph 4, inform you that you are not compelled to make a confession or admission which could be used in evidence against you, says accused understands.
Uthokulandelayo ke awakusho kwenako ukuthi wawungaphoqelekile ukuthi ke ube khona okuvumayo noma kube kune statement osenzayo. Impendulo yathi ke umsolwa uyezwa.
Akaze kuze kube nenkulumo eMbotho ayikhuluma kimi njengaleyo.
There was never such a talk that Mboto directed to me.
And angaze ngize kube neanswer ngiphasana ngayo ukuthi ngiyezwa.
I've never given an answer where I indicated that I understood.
Question, do you understand this? Answer, yes.
Uyakuzwa lokhu? Impendulo yathi yebo.
Akaze uMbotho engibuza umbuzo njengokuthi ngiyezwa angaze futhi ngibe neanswer ngimuphayo ukuthi yebo.
Mboto never asked me if I understood, and I never gave him an answer that yes.
Then the next portion reads, he then gives the following answers to the questions that are asked to him. The object of every question has been explained to him.
Wanikeza ke ngale impendulo ezilandelayo ke.
Paragraph 1, do you understand the warning which I have given to you? Answer, yes, I understand the warning.
Ngabe uyasizwa yini lesixwayiso engikunikeza yona? Waphendula kwathi yebo ngiyasizwa.
Akaze uMbotho eyikhuluma inkulumo njengaleyo kimi angaze futhi ngimuphe answer ethi yebo.
Mboto never said that to me, and I never gave him an answer saying yes.
Paragraph 2, do you wish to make a statement? Answer, yes, I want to make a statement.
Ngabe uyafisa yini ukwenza statement? Waphendula ke wena wathi yebo ngiyafisa ukusenza.
Akaze uMbotho engibuza ngiyafisa ukwenza statement angaze futhi ngimuphe i-answer ukuthi ngiyafuna ukusenza statement ngoba akaze ngenze statement futhi.
Mboto never asked me if I wanted to make a statement. I never said to him yes, and I never made a statement.
Paragraph 3, have you been assaulted or threatened by any person in order to influence you to come and make the statement? Answer, nobody assaulted or threatened even to influence me to make the statement.
Wakubuza umbuzo ke uthi ingabe ukhona yini umuntu owakushaya, umuntu owakusabisa ukuthi ke benomthelela ukuthi uzokwenza le statement? Waphendula ke wathi cha, akekho wangishaya, akekho wangisabisa onaba waba nomthelela ukuthi ngizokwenza lesi statement lesi.
uMbotho akaze sengibuze lo mbuzo ukuthi khona umuntu ongishayile noma ongisabisile akaze futhi ngimuphe i-answer ukuthi akekho umuntu ongishayile akekho umuntu ongisabisile.
Mboto never asked me that question whether I was assaulted or threatened, and I never gave him an answer that I was never assaulted nor threatened.
Nokwenza i-statement ngisasho namanje asikho i-statement engasenzayo.
Also, with regards to making a statement, I still maintain that I never made a statement.
Paragraph 3.1, if so, by whom were you assaulted and when, how and where did it occur? None of the above.
qhubeka-ke nokubuza ukuthi uma kuwukuthi kwenzeka-ke lokho kwenzeka nini, kwenzeka kuphi nendawo, uma usuphendula-ke ukuthi akukho kulokhu okubhaliwe la ngaphezulu okwenzeka.
akazi umbotho engibuza lo mbuzo lo futhi akaze ngize ngimnikeze le answer athi ngamnikeza yona. Mina ngashawa kakhulu ngalolu suku loluya. And na umbotho mayingena uyangibona ukuthi ngiyashawa.
I never gave, that was never posed to me, I never gave him that answer, and even on, I was severely assaulted on that day. Even Boto, when he came in, he saw that I had been assaulted, or so he saw that I was being assaulted.
Was this assault reported, paragraph 3.2? Was this assault reported, and if so, to whom and when? Answer: no assault occurred and nothing reported, sorry.
Uma kuwukuthi ke washaywa engaba lokhu ke kwabikwa yini, uma kuwukuthi kwabikwa kuphi nendawo, impendulo ke yathi cha, akukho ukushaywa okwenzeka.
Awukho umbuzo onjalo ngawubuza umbotho.
No such question was asked
And
to me by Mboto,
akaze ngize ngimuphe i-answer.
and I never gave him an answer.
And namanje ngisasho ukuthi mina ngashawa kakhulu.
And I still maintain that I was severely assaulted.
Paragraph 4, were you in any way influenced or encouraged by any person to make a statement? Nobody influenced or encouraged to make the statement.
Umbuzo landelayo ke wase uthi ke engabe ukhona yini umuntu ke owagqugquzela ukuthi ke uzokwenza statement, waphendula ke wathi cha, akekho wangigqugquzela ukuthi ngizokwenza istatement.
Akazi umbotho engibuza lo mbuzo lo akaze ngize ngimuphe futhi i-answer enjengaleyo.
Mboto never asked me that question, and I never gave him such an answer.
Have any promises been made to you by any person if you should make a statement? Answer: no promises made to me.
Ingaba ikhona yini izethembiso ezenziwa kuwena uma ukuthi ke uzokwenza istatement, waphendula ke wathi cha, asikho isithembiso noma izethembiso ezenziwa.
Akazi umbotho engibuze lo mbuzo njengalowo akaze futhi ngimuphi i-answer njengaleyo.
Mboto never asked me that question, and I never gave him such an answer.
Paragraph 5.1, if so, what are the promises? Answer: none.
Uma kuwukuthi ke zikhona ke iziphi lezo zithembiso, waphendula ke wathi azikho.
Paragraph 5.2,
Akazi umbotho engibuze lo mbuzo lo akaze futhi ngimuphi i-answer njengaleyo.
He never asked me that question, and I never provided him with such an answer.
paragraph 5.2, to what extent, if at all, did these promises lead to your decision to make a statement? Answer: none.
Uma kuwukuthi ke ngempela zikhona ke lezo zithembiso lezo zibe namthelela munike ekukholela ekuthini ke uze uzokwenza istatement, waphendula ke wathi cha.
Akazi umbotho engibuze lo mbuzo njengalowo akaze futhi ngimuphi i-answer njengaleyo.
Mboto never asked me that question, and I never provided him with such an answer.
Paragraph 6, do you expect benefits if you make a statement? Answer: no benefit expected.
Ikhona yini inzuzo oyilindele uma kuwukuthi wenza istatement? Waphendula ke wathi cha, akukho nzuzo engilindele.
Akazi umbotho engibuze umbuzo njengalowo akaze futhi ngimuphi i-answer njengaleyo.
He never asked me such a question, I never gave him such an answer.
6.1, if so, what benefits? Answer: none.
Uma kunjalo ke inzuzo yini leyo? Waphendula ke wathi cha, ayikho.
Akazi umbotho engibuze umbuzo onjengalowo akaze futhi ngimuphi i-answer.
Never asked me such a question, I never provided him with an answer.
6.2, to what extent, if at all, did the fact that you expect benefits influence you to make a statement? Answer: none.
Uma kuwukuthi ngempela ke ikhona ke inzuzo obuzoyithola ke ibe namthelela munike ukuthi ikholele ukuthi uzokwenza istatement, waphendula ke wathi cha, nakukho.
Akazi umbotho engibuze umbuzo njengalowo futhi akaze ngize ngimuphi i-answer njengaleyo.
Never asked me that question, I never provided him with such an answer.
As a court, please, my lord, will this be an appropriate time to adjourn for the day? It's 3:30.
Okay.